got you, man.
No, keep it right there. Y'all know what it is and who it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boxing fans of all ages, you are now tuned in to Four Corners Boxing Podcast. 12 rounds of boxing, 12 rounds, 12 topics, 60 seconds, go. I'm here with my co-host, Fight Night Shon, the Maniac, you hear me? Fight Night Mo, the heavyweight champion of the world.
What it do?
And again, 40 Central behind the lens, so you know,
Yes,
man.
sir.
James
Right,
the man.
James
That's
is the
it.
man. Justin Columbia. Yo, Kev in Columbia doing the damn thing. Enjoy, fellas.
Have
Blessings,
fun.
man. I'm glad that y'all out there enjoying your lives, baby.
Yes.
What up, man? Fellas, what's going on, man? What's going on?
That's my brother.
A
Blessings.
lot to talk about.
Yes.
Blessings.
Short period of time.
I mean, listen, man. Boxing is what we do, right? This is what we do. Eat, sleep, and shit. Boxing. We in motion. We pre-game. We talk our shit over and over. And now we're going to talk it to y'all. You feel me? We talk between us. We're going to talk it to y'all. And we want to hear y'all shit back. Respectfully.
Respectfully. There you go.
You feel me? Guys, we're going to pick up on what went off last week. We went off last week. Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Big Mo. Shon started off last week. We're going to start with you because Mo knows. Mo knows exactly what happened last week. 9th round TKO victory for Raleigh Romero. He is now WBA champ. I'm going to set the clock for you, and you're going to tell me Barroso, Ismael Barroso, OG,
This
Barroso.
ain't gonna take long.
Good.
Tragic. Tragic. Robbery. They went in
That's what I've
there.
been hearing.
They went in there like a bank robber and came out. Rolly, listen, nothing changed.
He was
Nothing
trying to box.
changed.
He was
Nothing changed. He got his lights knocked out by Tank. Ain't nothing changed. The coach is saying, yeah, he's been working on his distance, his patience. In the beginning, he seemed patient. Listen, Ismael Barroso, shout out to you, champ. Because really,
OG.
I'm going to be honest with you, he should be the champ walking around right now. He should be the WBA 140 champ. That was a robbery. Tony Meeks, you've been in this game for a long time. A lot of your fights been questionable. And this right here
10
might
seconds.
keep you out of the Hall of Fame right now. Robbery. Point blank, period.
There goes the bell. Mo is not happy. A lot of people are not happy. Black guy for the sport of boxing. But Tony Weeks, right? Tony Weeks, round 2. Shon, we know Tony Weeks too well. Go.
Wow. So just to elaborate what Mo was saying, pure robbery. And what makes this sad is that Tony Weeks is one of the most respected referees in the game.
Exactly.
One of my favorites.
One, hands down.
Veteran.
He, guys, as you know, he ref Corrales Castillo 1. Now, if any boxing fan knows, one of the greatest action fights in history.
Bloodbath.
Top 3, hands down. He didn't stop that fight. Let me take you to another fight. Marcus Brown against Badu Jack. One of the ugliest cuts in boxing history.
Bloody fight.
That picture of Weeks floating on the internet while his shirt
blood.
bloody, that's Badu Jack's blood. You know why? From that cut, he didn't stop
10
that
seconds.
fight. He didn't stop either one. Tony Weeks, I'm sorry. I'm not a rat, but the cops are coming for you. You getting locked up. Horrible.
Yo, Tony Weeks, one of my favorites, like you said, man. He ref Cotto Mayweather. First time I was in Vegas. First fight at the MGM. Tony Weeks, that shit was questionable. Tony Weeks, oh man, Tony Weeks, bro. Like,
Look, it's breathtaking. It just takes.
it's tough, man.
That
It was
takes
one of the
some
worst. It was one of the worst stoppages in boxing history, right? Riley was down on every single every single judge's card. The official and unofficial, and 99% of the internet had him losing.
Yep.
He is walking around with literally
With
a
ninth
gift
round
of a belt.
With a 9th round TKO.
No, that's a gift. Someone
was a
said,
gift.
yo, here. They say, yo, here. Here's a belt. Thank you. And guess what he's going to do now? He's not gonna give Barroso the rematch.
Vegas nights, Vegas fights.
Who he called out?
He want Ryan Garcia.
And that's what
And he might get
right there. Round 3 picks up right back over there. Rolly wins. Rolly got a strap now. Like it or not, he calls out for a rematch with Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia pay-per-view. Let's go.
Let's just sum this up. We already know what happened with Tank and him the first time, and Tank didn't even hit him with a good shot, and Tank even said it. It's a waste of time, because if Tank fights him again, hypothetically,
Same shit.
Tank gonna put him in the coffin. It's over for that. The fight that I think it should happen, it should be Ryan versus him. Why? Because Ryan needs to come back and gain his confidence, and word around town is, through the grapevine, Ryan is gonna go down to Houston and might be working with Derek James. Allegedly. We shall see.
Team split.
Lions only. So if you can't make it there, you ain't making it nowhere. So I think Ryan and Rolly be a good fight. This can really show and test Rolly to see if he's really at that level. Can he hang out 140? And this will be a good fight for Ryan. I got Ryan winning that fight. They make it happen. Let's go. Make it happen within the teams. Let's do it.
That's a good fight. It sells. Like it or not, Rolly just continues to keep himself in the mix, in the jackpot. There's money there. Ryan down in Houston?
Listen, Ryan down in Houston, man, if words is
they gonna
true,
bring the dog out of him?
What you saying?
Tank said he ain't got no dog in him. They'll bring the dog out of you, and if they can't do it, then it woof woof.
Listen, who you got down there? You got the Lions, you got both Charlos, you got Frank Norton, and you got Big Fish.
Morrell, right?
Morrell's in he's in the Lions mix because he's on the other side. Derek James camp.
Derek James got both
Charlos. He's in the Shield.
Frank
and that's Jamel Charlo.
And Big Fish, Errol Spence, come on. If you can't make it out
and
of there.
I'm sorry. And Anthony Joshua. And Anthony Joshua's over there now, too. Remember?
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua.
Derek James just did his last fight there. But that was
crossed the pond.
Yes, he crossed the pond. He crossed the pond. And laid the goose egg.
Moving on, round 4. This is 12 rounds of boxing.
Yes,
and we got to restart the clock because we're going to give the Maniac 60 seconds on Janabek. I can't pronounce his name. Janabek. You have been hot on Janabek. The middleweight division is looking for that new spark, and they say he's the next Triple G. Janabek.
Wow. So, man, Janabek, like you said, X, I've been very high on him. This guy is your typical boxer puncher. The guy is just not a power puncher. He can box. The guy is very smart, too. He's going to be a tough out for anybody. Like I had mentioned in the past, there's only 2 champions in that division. It's him and it's Charlo. We have interim. We have Lara and we have Adames.
The WBA title is going to go into a little frenzy right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rumor has it, he's the reason Boo Boo said, I got to go to 168.
Boo Boo!
Boo Boo! Hey, Boo Boo!
What?
Janabek.
That's my guy. Boo Boo.
I'm going to tell you now, the Kazakhstans are similar to the Mexicans. Their styles are very similar. The only
10
thing
seconds.
with the Kazakhstanians, they're more technically sound. But with Janabek, again, at 160, there's not enough meat on the bone there. He might have to go up, like I mentioned last week, because there's a lot on the plate at 168.
Janabek is making noise. They say he's the new boogeyman. He looking just like Triple G.
Scary,
Kanistad brings more thunder into the middleweight division. I like him. Butler, 2 rounds last week. Put him out in 2 rounds. Beat him with one hand. He was beating with the left hand alone.
That was a lot of night quill.
Top rank is in the mix. Top rank is in the mix over there. And top rank is what we talking about. Top rank is what we talking about. Janabek middleweight division. Top rank is where we going to over here. Round 5. Round 5 starts with the big fight that's happening this week, Mo. Haney, Loma, Vegas. We're on the way. Have y'all been watching? Because if you have, you've been hearing Devin Haney talk that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Can Devin Haney score? Let me put you on 60 seconds. Can Devin Haney make it hot, make it pop, and score himself a stoppage victory over Lomachenko this weekend?
No.
Woo!
No.
He talking that shit.
No. Pillow hands? No. Ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. You ain't
Big
do
boy
it.
now.
You ain't
Big
do
boy
it.
now.
You ain't do it with JoJo.
Okay.
Ain't happening.
Jojo's tough. They don't really stop.
You ain't do it with Campbell, which was the easiest of all the opponents you recently had.
Campbell's tough. He's tough.
X, if I train you well, you could probably handle that situation. You ain't do it with Campbell, not once, but twice. Mm-hmm. And then after it was all said and done, when Campbell was coming and trying to have pressure, you was hugging him like you was like Barney, like he was your BFF, like you ain't never seen him.
That holding.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta see. I got Loma winning this fight. I told people, a lot of people going against me. You cannot discredit Loma. Watch the angles. He's gonna beat him off of experience. I got Loma beating him off experience, off of the angles, and off of the ring IQ. And he got pop.
Loma got some pop. He'll tag you 2 or 3 times. I like Loma.
Very good break.
I like Loma too. I'm taking Loma this weekend as well. If he can fight
too.
that fast, 1, 2, 3
Want some money?
shit, he can win. Can Devin Haney score a stoppage? Anything is possible in the sport of boxing. I'm not picking him to do so neither, but he is talking that shit. And
it's selling the fight.
He's selling the fight.
I'm
saying he's home.
He's
home.
He
got home court advantage in Vegas.
Advantage.
We're going to stay with Top Rank because that's what they're doing this weekend. That's what everybody's tuned in for this weekend. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the All Eyes on the Sport of Boxing will be on Haney Loma. And on that card is the return of former 2-division champion Oscar Valdez. Viva Mexico! Team Canelo over there, Team Reynoso. Valdez, former 126-pound champion. Former 130-pound WBC champion, just suffered his first defeat at the hands of who? Shakur Stevenson. He unified the division, dropped those titles, kept it moving.
Yeah.
Oscar Valdez is back in a rematch against Adam Lopez, Pitbull, Blue Nose, excuse me, they call him Blue Nose Lopez. He's a Pitbull, he is a dog. Adam Lopez, I just seen him live against Supernova in January up in Verona, New York, top-ranked boxing. Blue Nose clocked Valdez in the first fight. People are saying that was a bullshit stoppage as well that Valdez came back to get. But we know that we know how Valdez, Shug. And you know how Valdez give it up. He's a mean.
Yeah.
Valdez is back this Saturday. What you talking about, man? What you want to see? Talk to me about Valdez.
Well, we know Valdez, man. He's a tough, gritty fighter. He's your typical Mexican fighter. When he come to bring it. You know, he's not there to dance, man. He's there to fight. And he's gonna... We know the first fight, there was some controversy there. And Lopez is tough, man. This is a fight. I'm still favoring Oscar Valdez slightly. But I can see Lopez winning this fight. I expect this fight, believe it or not, might be the fight of the night. Right here.
This could steal
the show. This could steal the show.
Okay.
Because of what happened on the first fight. I don't think nobody wants to leave it in the judge's hands. No. Right? You never want to do that. And whenever you get 2 Mexican fighters, you know it's
fireworks.
It's 2 cars with no brakes. It's going to go straight ahead.
Down, straight downhill, both of them.
Boom. So, Valdez, man, he was supposed to be superstar. He still could get there, but this Saturday, we're going to see where he's at. And if he could get past Lopez impressively, then we're going to see.
Ding, 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 ding. We went past our time for a second. I'm caught up on the internet for a second, just taking a look at Valdez as well.
To piggyback off that, I agree with Sugar on that. I think this fight right here is going to be a comeback fight for Valdez after the performance that he put on with Shakur Stevenson. Plus the whole situation with the whole going around his career with the performance enhancement drug, the PEDs. Then he had the injury. He had quite a few injuries. He had setback after setback after setback. I think this fight here will put him back in the mix, put his name back in the pot, and to be able to get another title opportunity amongst those contenders.
I want some love on Oscar Valdez too, because I got a lot of love for Oscar Valdez. Injuries, like you said. Navarrete is the fight that Top Rank is looking to do. So a victory this weekend, of course, puts him back. He's staying at 130, right? He ain't going. I don't know if Valdez can go any further up. He's a little guy.
Very little.
But Navarrete, Valdez. That's the fight Top Rank is looking at, people. So Guys, keep your eyes
would
on
love
that.
that
Keep your
fight.
ears out for that. That's
I would
Mexican
love that fight.
warfare.
He got to
That
get
right
past
there,
Lopez first.
Navarrete is now WBO champ. Remember, Navarrete just picked up the title this past February. He's WBO three divisions.
Fight.
3 divisions. Navarrete is a part of the 3-division crew in Mexico boxing of champions.
He's tough.
That is a warfare that boxing where we crave.
Top Rank can make that as a mandatory too.
That's coming. That's coming. As long as Valdez gets by.
Handles his business.
Sugar.
You gotta handle his business.
Do your thing, brother.
You gotta handle his business on Saturday.
As long as he gets through Blue Nose Lopez.
One point at a time though.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Don't sleep. Don't sleep on boxing. We're going to keep it right here. We're going to keep it locked in on Top Rank. We show y'all love. Top Rank, give me love as well. You know how we do. Four Corners is always live and direct when y'all come through.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This is a big shout out to everybody over there at the media room at Top Rank. We got nothing but love and we
Pure
always
love.
pumping it. You know what I'm saying? Team Cash Flow all day. Team Cash Flow is back. This Saturday on the card, Floyd Cashflow Diaz is back, Mo. You heard?
Let's go.
Floyd Cashflow had to pull out of his fight in January. We went up to Verona, New York. Floyd got sick. He had to pull out of that fight. It has slowed up the year, but we going to catch up quick.
That's it.
He's 8-0 with 3 KOs, and he's back this Saturday on no better card to be on. No better card to be on.
Undisputed.
You know what I'm saying? Let me put you on 60 seconds,
Before you put that, he's going to be on the ESPN Plus card.
ESPN
So watch it live, guys.
So make sure you tune in. A lot of good talent is on that card. Pay attention to the ESPN Plus card.
That's the prelims on Top Rank right
6
there.
p.m.
Eastern
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
This is what we do.
Pacific Time, I think it is what? 5 o'clock.
In Vegas is early. We're going to be at the fight at 3 o'clock.
6, 3.
3 over there, right. 3, yeah. That little...
Yeah, 3.
Three over there.
You got to be at the fight early. You
3
heard?
on that side, 6 o'clock East Coast.
Well, 60 seconds. Give Cashflow some love.
Yo, much love to Cashflow Diaz, Coach Mike Diaz, the whole team. Much love to you guys. Cash, we rooting for you. We know you're going to come back. You had a minor setback, but you're about to have a major comeback. Shout out to his promotion team, Jay Prince. You got a whole den.
Management over there with JP Boxing.
He's got a den of lions. Cashflow is one of them. We know he's going to handle business. Stay focused. Follow what your team is telling you. Be patient. Be poised. And go and handle business. And your name is going to be back in the mix. And I can see you having a title shot and having your name being as a contender or mandatory eventually within the next year or so. If not 2 years, the latest. So that's my win on that. Cashflow, do your thing, handle your business. This is your hometown. You in Vegas, you in Vegas, live in Vegas. So do it, baby, do it.
Always. Yes.
Yo, Cash, of course, we behind you all the way, man. You know how we do. We will be in the building. We taking flight. We gonna have fun. You gonna bring another victory. There's no doubt about it. And Cash, we trust. Keep doing what you do, Coach Mike. Salute, Coach Lugo, Rafa, the whole team. We see y'all this weekend. Let's get right, baby. Let's get right. Blessings to Team Cashflow all day. You know 40 Central got that love. Jay's hitting me right now behind the camera like, yo, tell him 40 Central said what up too. We waiting for you to come back over here as well. Listen, let's Top Rank got a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? We made that clear. You just got a lot of love for us. I got to give love to my team over at the Zone Boxing, at Matchroom Boxing. Those are my guys as well. They show Four Corners love each and every time.
Much love to them.
Wherever they do, they fight at. You hear me? Because
they
internationally known on the motherfucking microphone when Fight Night Next talk about the Zone Boxing, Matchroom Boxing. Katie Taylor's coming home to Ireland. Like I say, wherever they do it. Canelo was just down in Mexico. Eddie, you got my man Belengo over there. Take him to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Things keep hot. Take it to Puerto Rico and get some of that body money over there. Katie Taylor's about to get that Ireland homecoming against Chantel Cameron. 140 pounds. She's moving up. She couldn't get the rematch with Soberano. Has been postponed for the minute. You know what I'm saying? Biggest fight. Best fight of the year last year.
Hands down. To me, that was fight of the year.
Hands down.
Katie Taylor's back. Chantel Cameron. Katie has won a 140-pound title in the past. She's going up to do it again. Undisputed.
They
against
both undisputed.
You know how the ladies do it. Undisputed against undisputed.
They put
You know
it
how the
on.
ladies do it.
They
They
give it
get it
up.
on. They don't waste no time.
We show ladies love here.
60 seconds. Show the ladies love.
Listen, man. Katie Taylor. When I look at this girl, man, she's tough as nails. She epitomized an Irish fighter. They similar to me like the Mexicans. They fucking get punched in the face, but they'll come back and they'll fuck you up. And Katie Taylor, she is very skilled. Not only is she skilled, she's tough.
Yeah.
Right? For a woman. And that's something you need. She has the mental part. And that's very big in boxing. If you don't have this, you don't have nothing. Because without the mental part, you're not winning absolutely
80%
nothing.
mental, 20% physical. They say.
100%. I expect this to be a good fight.
Mm-hmm. 10 seconds.
I don't think it's gonna be a landslide, but I expect Katie Taylor to pull it off. And then after this, we know what we gonna get. Part 2. Serrano, Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor.
You know, I gotta stir the pot.
Oh.
What happens if it don't go that way? What's next? What? See, it's always that other side. If it don't go that way, what's next?
Serrano's still there. Serrano's still there. We want to see that. If that's that, unless Katie calls it a night. Katie's been through some wars. Katie's been putting on for women boxing heavy. And with that being said, I ask you, Mo, who is the number 1 pound-for-pound women's fighter on your list?
That's a very good question.
60 seconds.
But it's only one woman that comes to my name when I think of woman boxing. The top woman at the top, the GOAT, Clarissa Shields, Detroit, Michigan, born and bred. Flint, Michigan. Correction, representing Michigan, state of Michigan, who's got a fight coming up, by the way, headlining big. So that's gonna be big.
She got a rematch coming up.
Yes, that's it. I don't think about that. Listen, she's unified. How many divisions?
Like
3. 2-time Olympian, gold medalist. You know what I'm saying? Everything she set her mind to, she's winning.
Only gold medals in boxing as a
everything she's put her mind to, she's done. Some people say, listen, I'm gonna compare it this way.
Seconds.
She's a female version of Floyd. As far as when you say accomplishments. Okay. When you say accomplishments, she's a female version of Floyd Mayweather. Everything she say she do. Floyd, same thing. Anything he put his mind to, he's executed and he's done. So
they both Michigan.
It is what it is. And they both from Michigan. Michigan got some born-bred boxers. If y'all do y'all history on boxers out of Michigan, listen, man.
Detroit, man.
Y'all got Floyd Mayweather, Clarissa Shields, Hagler. Yeah, listen.
No, I don't know.
He trained.
He's from Boston.
There's one more person that I'm trying to remember from up there.
I know the Durrells is from out there too.
The Motor City. They called him No. My boy.
Stewart, man.
No.
Stewart's Jimmy's
my man. I can't forget. From Martin. My man.
Tommy the
Hitman. Come on, man. They got some wolves up there, man.
You know who was tough? I mean, he got cooked a couple of times, but he was tough. Kid Chocolate, Peter Quinn.
Peter Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, they got from over there.
Brooklyn, but
my man Tony Harrison as well.
Tony Harrison.
Shout
out to Michigan, man. Y'all got some beasts coming out.
Yeah, shout out to Michigan college football, baby. My squad right there.
Yo, Suge, man, I got 60 seconds for you as well. Round 10. We getting into the late round, the championship rounds. Yes. Round 10. Jermell Iron Man Charlo, undisputed junior middleweight, super welterweight, 154-pound champion. He's been the best for a long time now. He just called out for an undisputed fight with Canelo. You know the Charlos have always been after Canelo. But he said, fuck it, I go up some pounds, undisputed against undisputed. Y'all know how I do. Jermell Charlo calls out undisputed Canelo. 60 seconds on the clock.
Stop it. First of all, listen, everybody is calling out everybody. Crawford said he'll go up to 154 and fight Jermell. His belt's at 154. Why not give him a shot if this Spence fight don't come apart?
It's a 10-8 round right there. Yeah. That's a 10-8 round right there.
But easily, I can't blame Jermell. That's where the money's at. You're gonna call for where the money's at. Is he willing to go up 2 divisions? 160, 168 to fight Canelo? Man, listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a big, big jump. The question is, can he withstand that weight and that power? Do like Canelo up there when he's a big fighter.
He's a big man up there.
But of course, everybody want what, Mo? Payday.
Listen, it's called prize fighting for a reason. They don't do this they love it, but they ain't getting punched in the face and they had for nothing. It's prize fighting. So you want the payday.
What do you think? You think that will be?
I think that would be if that fight is to come to fruition. If that fight was to come in fruition, that would be a mega fight. That would be such a mega fight. Just because of the 2 pedigrees of the names. Canelo name stands on its own. But then you're talking about Jermell coming up and what he already did. Undisputed. Come on. Like, it can't get no bigger than that. But it's also going to be a challenge because now, here's the thing. If that comes into play, because a lot of people question Canelo over the last couple of years, he hasn't fought no real elite fighters that can handle their business like a Benavidez, like a Charlo. So, all right, this fight comes into fruition, and if he happens to win, stamped, approved, I don't want to hear nothing else from the rest of you guys. Excuse my back. I'm out of here. Don't none of y'all call for me. Y'all fight amongst yourselves. As you can say, the peasants, y'all fight amongst yourselves down there. But I want to see it as a fan. I think it'll be great for the sport. I think it'll be great to build their legacies. Because this is all about building their legacies now.
Correct.
I gotta take a piss. This don't get no realer than this. You know what I'm saying? I've been fronting for a minute already, sitting here holding this shit.
A little intermission, people.
So if I'm catching back right now, stop it, and you saying you with it.
I'm with it.
Whoa. Yeah, this is why I got. You know, that's why. Hold on a second. That's why they apart right here, man. Round for round, pound for pound. Your opinion is respected over here, whether we like it or not. I like to see it too, but I also say, Terrence Crawford is calling for you over there. Maybe you should do some of that right there. You know what I'm saying?
Is he running from Crawford?
Oh, he's at 54, man.
He out. Crawford down the block.
Listen, Crawford can get himself a deal like that over there at PBC, a 2-fight deal. I want Spence, and then after I beat Spence,
let me ask you this real quick before you go, Mo. Let me ask you this. I'm a big Spence fan. Spence is right now my favorite fighter. But what about Crawford comes, beat Spence, unify 147, and go to 154 and unify 154? Oh,
that's tough.
Jesus.
That's tough.
That's
boxing.
That dude will go down as one of the greatest.
That's a good scenario, but it's a lot of ifs. It's a lot of ifs.
Correct.
Now, you can press that button and he can wake up out of his dream because when it's all said and done, there's one person. Why do I gotta fight you? This is how I'm looking at it as being Charlo. No. And we can sum this up. Why I gotta fight you? Why I gotta fight you when you ain't even handling little bro? You running from little bro at 147. Don't come to the big dog up here, because there's levels to this.
There's boxing
this
politics.
This is levels.
This is boxing
politics.
I'm saying?
Yes. But I love the talk, and I love the scenarios, because you can give it different levels. You can get different...
I wouldn't say this...
We're going to add this to next week's show.
But I would say... Again, we'll finish.
Here's the thing. He fights... Let's say this turn out. He fights Spence. Spence handles him. You know he ain't going to want to fight.
No, everything you can't go nowhere from there.
Then Charlo said, you know what? I'm going to give you another spanking. He takes 2 L's back to back. What's good for Spence?
No, he doesn't even get to go to Charlo. He doesn't even get to get to Charlo if he can't get through Spence.
Correct.
But if he was to, and which I believe he can.
Yeah. Listen, I tell you this.
Dude.
This is my brother. He's
Hold on. We got 2 rounds to go. We got 2 rounds to go. Let's finish these 2 rounds, and we can get back into that. That's oh man, that's some sugar right there. That's a big. That's some sugar right there. Crawford and Spence talk. Put Charlo in it. That'll have us locked in. Can we get the fight, guys? Showtime. Espinosa.
Please.
Get the fight done. 2023. Please.
That might be the trip, guys, to go to Vegas. Mo, James.
Listen, the whole team is out for that.
We'll fucking sleep on the floor. We
out of here.
Real talk, man.
Listen.
2 or 3
outta
rooms,
here.
double up the beds. Y'all know we take flight. Y'all know it's flight night on fight night. Y'all, come here, listen, man. We do it. Y'all, I'm not even going Vegas this week. I'm not even gonna tell you that. You say you want you respect Charlo's you say you respect Charlo's call out to Canelo. You say you would like to see that. I would like to see it as well. I don't mind it. But Charlo has a guy by the name of not Crawford. Chill. Tim Tszyu. Who is the mandatory, who is supposed to get his shot back. Remember they set up the fight since last year?
For January.
No, they said they named this fight back in June of 2022. They said January, Tszyu and Charlo. Why are y'all saying some shit like that in June of 2020? Hold on. Anyway, Tim Tszyu, Charlo hand injury, backside of that fight. That goes out the way. Now we don't see it. Tim Tszyu just stops Tony Harrison down in Australia. He got Carlos Ocampos coming down to Australia because Tszyu says Charlo's ducking, Charlo's fronting, Charlo's running. Charlo only wants to fight once a year. Charlo's waiting for somebody to get me out the way. Whatever. He said, I'm going to stay busy. And he got Carlos Ocampos coming down to Australia. Tszyu, Charlo, what's up with that? He got Ocampos coming down June 18th down to Australia.
Carlos Ocampos.
So Tszyu and Ocampo?
Tszyu and Charlo. Shit.
Tszyu
Like,
and Charlo?
all around the board.
Listen. Charlo, Tszyu, he ain't ready for Charlo. It's gonna be just like this book right here. Charlo gonna fold them up. Simple as that. Charlo ain't no Tony. Let me look into this camera. Charlo is not no Tony Harrison. No disrespect to Tony.
No disrespect to Tony.
I don't disrespect any fighter because it takes a lot of guts, heart, and glory, and blood, sweat, and tears to do what you guys do. You guys put your lives on the line. You get punched in the head for a living. But Charlo is not no Tony Harrison. And listen, if you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And that test,
10 seconds.
You want to beat a man? Here, take this test. You better go with an A. But I already know he ain't getting an A. He gonna get an F. Already know what's gonna happen. I'm a Lions only all day. You heard? I got Charlo winning that.
I love
So you calling Tim Tszyu laundry because he gonna get folded.
Like them four corner shirts over
Wash
there.
and
Laundry.
Like the four corner shirt.
He
Look,
called him laundry.
listen.
He gonna get folded.
Folded up.
I like Tim Tszyu. I believe he deserves his shot. I hope he gets his shot because he's putting it on as well. I like the stay busy shit too. You know what I'm saying? Not just fucking sit around and waste your time as well. There's still money to make. He's a draw in his country. Charlo won't be going down there. He'll be coming up here.
He shouldn't have to go down
But
there.
in the meantime, Tszyu is doing what he needs to do. Charlo, I need to see you back in the ring because your bro is another one who's been out for a minute, and we know he's been going through mental issues, personal, family, all that. Respect, love, and blessings to the Charlo brothers.
Shout out to Jamal.
I like y'all ninjas. I need to see
ring,
more
man.
y'all, man.
Wanna see you back in the
Come
ring,
on,
champ.
man.
Wanna see you back in the
Consistently.
ring.
Listen, man, both of you are beasts.
Both.
Yo, y'all in the back of a milk carton, bro. Let's be
Be
real.
MIA,
Y'all
bro.
missing, bro.
Once a year fights, man.
Y'all missing, and that's not what it is.
And this
man.
and Jamel is undisputed.
They got too much to offer to the game to be not to be active at all.
Too
Come
young.
on, man. Yeah, stop it.
With
so
that-
hopefully we see them very soon.
With that, fellas, we go to the final bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Let's get
This
it
has
on.
been 12 rounds of boxing, 12 topics, 60 seconds. You both get 60 seconds on this one. They got 60 seconds on more than one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that. We just got to drop it like it's hot for you. We have a black eye on boxing this week, y'all. And as much as I love the sport, I'm not one to sugarcoat. We never been that tight. This is Sugar Shon, baby. This is the maniac. But we call it like we see it. Respect is given even to fighters that I don't favorite. The corruption in the sport of boxing, it's the talk right now, man. That Raleigh shit that went down. Again, Raleigh, blessings to both fighters. They came out to fight good. They go home to their families. But the stoppage was corny. Tony Weeks, one of the favorite judges, one of our favorite
This is one of the best refs,
You
period.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gets caught up in this shit right here. The corruption in boxing has been going on since the beginning. It's the easiest sport, they always say, to corrupt. 60 seconds. What's going on? How do you feel about that?
So when it comes to the whole boxing corruption, it is the most corrupt sport in America. Unfortunately, right?
Unfortunately.
It's a
Allegedly.
sport, the sport that we love. I'm gonna give you a name. Teddy Atlas. If you remember Friday Night Fights, he been advocating for this for a long time. One governing body, not the Vegas Commission, not the New York Commission, not the one governing body to oversee the whole boxing, right? So that what happened this past week shouldn't happen, right? And it's just ridiculous, and it's sad that we have to see things like this with fighters train their ass off. Someone like Barroso, who, whichever his promotion and company is, probably just waiting to get a call so he can get a fight. He gets the opportunity. He's winning. He should be a champion. He loses because why? A referee just said, no, I just feel like you're just going to lose. And that's what Tony Weeks did. And that is, there's no... Listen, boxing has more black guys than Whitney Houston when she was alive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, rest in peace.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And I am telling you.
But the truth is the truth. And I just hate to see it. I know it's 60 seconds, but I gotta spit my boss.
Talk your shit, man.
Let's
talk about it.
I see it. Boxing is a sport that I will forever be faithful to. This shit cheats on me all the time. I see it. I look through it. It's like, damn, you gonna do me
Keep
like
sliding
that?
in her DMs.
That's just sliding. And
Drink to that one.
And I'm still there, like a fucking pendejo, like they say in Spanish, right? A sucker. It shouldn't. It's unfair to a fighter that you have to train, bust your ass, you're winning a fight, and they just take it from you. I just hope that Tony Weeks gets suspended, that the fight gets overturned. It's either two things. Either he get a rematch or that belt gets vacated, which I don't think neither's going to happen.
Neither's going to happen.
Yeah,
I don't believe so neither. Mo?
Just to jump on what my brother said, it left a bad taste in the sport of boxing. This is why a lot of people, you know, they feel optimistic, they feel skeptical about boxing, they feel skeptical about purchasing pay-per-views. Let's just talk about the money. This is why people don't like purchasing pay-per-views. Not because they don't make the fights, because that's one part of it, but because you have the corruption that's behind it. The man who's not supposed to win wins based off of technicalities. That was a technicality, and Ismael Barroso fought his heart out. He went the distance.
Dropped him in the third round.
Dropped him a real drop knockdown. Not what they gave Rolly as a knockdown, because the stuff they gave Rolly, that was a fucking push. Let's be realistic. But this has to be fixed. They need to get, like Teddy Atlas, they need to get one major sanction. They need to make a major organization, put it together, have overseers. And on top of that, shout out to our brother Uno, Fight Night Uno. They need to get new eyes and referees in here. They need to get new judges in here. They need to come and just strip it out and renovate it. Boxing needs a makeover, and it needs to be completely renovated from the ground up, because it's a lot of things that need to be done. It starts with the referees, it starts with the judges, and it starts with the sanction bodies. You get those three in order, your pay-per-view sales will go up, you get better, you'll get more people to tune in, not only just the pay-per-view, but to actually come live to the fights, and you'll get interest. And you'll get interest of people who might not know about boxing, because you have a lot of people that don't know about boxing but are interested in boxing. And when those type of things happen, it's like, it's a sour taste in their mouth. So let's clean it up. It's a beautiful sport. It's the oldest sport because it goes back it goes back to the gladiator days. I got into boxing watching HBO on the weekend, watching HBO boxing events, boxing after dark, sitting in front of the box with my uncles and my aunts, my grandmother crocheting. We used to watch boxing back in the day. Sugar Ray Leonard, Tyson was my favorite heavyweight, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, Hagler, Roberto Duran. I could go on and on and on. We talk about legends that used to really get it in, and dudes did not care about whether you had a 0 or whether you had 3 losses. The best fought the best. So let's get back to the essence of boxing and let the best fight the best, and let's take it to the next level that it needs to be.
Yes, sir.
Boxing is my favorite sport. Boxing is a love and hate sport.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing, I wake up, I open up my phone, I send my good morning texts, and then I go check out Boxing Scene, ESPN, Ring.com, all the websites. Everybody that gives us the news. I hit my boys up. What's going on? Did you hear this? We send each other on the gram, right? We send each other
on the grams, text messages.
Oh, man,
did you see this from ESPN? You saw this from The Zone. You saw this from this boxing company and this article.
It's boxing 24/7. Eat, sleep, and shit. Boxing, man.
Boxing is a sport, X and Mo and James, that it's the one sport that everyone can relate to. The one sport. Whether they don't watch baseball, football, but boxing, when it's a mega fight, though everybody is watching.
Casuals are out.
People come.
Hardcore's been out.
People at the front, right? I'm gonna give you an example. There was a movie years ago. Denzel Washington was in there. Who did he play?
Hurricane?
Not that one. That was a good fight.
I know Denzel played the Hurricane. We're talking boxing.
No, he was a drug dealer.
Oh, Training Day.
No, not that.
Frank Lucas.
Lucas.
American Gangster.
Why he got caught? He was at a fight, minked up.
He was flashy.
He had better seats. He had better seats than the Italians. A black man, better seats than the white man. Whoa,
fur down.
Made him hot. Fur down. My point is that boxing, everybody comes. The only game in football that everybody comes is the Super Bowl.
Boxing ain't no game.
It's only one game. Boxing, if there's 3-4 mega fights in 1 year, they coming out. I'm talking about mega stars. I'm talking about superstars.
We just seen what Tank and Rolly did.
You mentioned
Tank and Ryan.
Who was that A-list celebrity, that female that came out to the fight? That she said she don't come out to fight.
Madonna came out to see Tank.
Madonna. Bro, we talking about probably one of the most accomplished female artists in history. But she came out to see Tank.
A pop legend.
A dude from fucking Baltimore. From the gutter. And she came out to see him. Boxing is the only sport that attracts that kind of crowd. So if boxing was to clean up, I bet my life that it'd be the #1 sport in America.
Again. Yeah. I mean, listen, a lot of talks about boxing, and for years, right? Boxing is dead. Boxing is dead. Boxing did this. Boxing did that. But for Floyd Mayweather's run, that Money Mayweather run, he was the highest paid athlete every year, bro. So boxing ain't dead. UFC fighters come to boxing. MMA fighters come to boxing to get the bag. As big as they are in their sport, McGregor came to fall back. McGregor's fallen back since, honestly.
Nate Diaz is about to fight your boy.
Nate Diaz about to get Jake Paul. Jake Paul, a YouTuber, decided to
step in the ring.
Boxing, not MMA before boxing, because he's saying he wants to do that too. He's a dude that's bringing a lot of eyes to the sport. I like Jake Paul a lot. I like what he's doing for the sport. Love him or hate him, I don't care what the opinion is. The attention, the eyes, the next generation. Let's keep this joint flowing. And when we do things like that in the sport of boxing, what we saw last weekend in the Rolly fight, it fucks shit up. And it sets us back. Like, you know what is it? 1 step forward, 2 steps back, some
Correct.
shit?
Yep.
That's the shit that be happening. Tank and Ryan,
took 5
1
steps
step
back.
forward. That Raleigh bullshit, 2 steps back. Perfect example. Enough said to say what we have to say. But we're going to be back next week to talk some more shit. You hear me? Cash Flow Diaz. Floyd Cash Flow Diaz is on deck this Saturday. Yes, ESPN Plus, tune in. Just got word that Floyd started his career real quick at 118. First 3 fights were at 118. His last 5 fights have been at 122. He's going back down to 118. There's been a relinquish of titles in a way. Unify Undisputed Moved up to 22 and released the titles at 118. We know Cash is calling for Inouye and Fulton, but we know Cash ain't getting those fights no time soon. Because Inouye and Fulton
go get the belts.
are about to
the
get
stripes.
Oh, in Japan.
It won't hurt him
in July
to go back down to 118, bust some ass, pick up some straps, get himself right back to 122. Cash is a big little ninja. Believe me. I work out with him.
And it makes him marketable, more marketable.
I don't think 118 will hurt him. We're going to find out, though. This next fight, it'll be his way back down to 118. 118 might be the move where he picks up some straps, get himself back up to 122 in due time. He's young. He's only 20 years old. I think he's going to be 20 years old. Cash is about to be 20 years old next month.
Yeah, it's going on that, right.
He's a baby.
This month, next month, I'm not sure. We'll get you that info, but we know this. We behind you, Cash, so do what you do, man. Blessings, team, Cash Flow Diaz. Shout out to everybody down there. We will see y'all soon this weekend. Shout out to 40 Central behind the camera. James and Justin always rocking with us. Shout out to Uno Uno. Shout out to Fight Night Fresh. Shout out to Fight Night Dollar Bill. Shout out to Fight Night Rock Lundy. He's going to be down there. Shout out to Fight Night Josh coming up from Cali. He's going to be in Vegas this weekend as well. Esperanza, the whole squad. If I ain't mention you, you know I still love you, and you know we behind you all the way like y'all behind us. To my co-host, the Maniac, the heavyweight champ. Listen, and James behind the film, like we say, this is Four Corners.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
It's Four Corners again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's the way, man. Well, James, good job.
Man, I want that Inouye fight so bad, bro.
That was dope.
Yeah.
I want that Inouye fight so bad, bro.
I'm trying to hold that.
It's coming.
I want that fight so bad.
For Cash Flow?
No, I'm talking about for
Fulton.
In July.
I got Fulton beating him.
Me
got
too.
Fulton too.
That's gonna be tough.
Cause Inouye's a bad boy, but you gotta prove that international shit. You gotta prove that here.
You know what I like though in Japan? The crowd's more lax. They're very lax crowd.
Yeah, very.
You know,
it's
quiet.
It's the upbringing. They watch the fights and be like,
quiet, very quiet.
like damn, I can't watch no boxing fight like that.
Fucking
Bro,
library.
20,000 people in the arena and everyone's just like this.
It's like a library. You're the fucking the big.
And then when
library.
a good hit happened, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like
Why they in Japan? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
getting knocked out. Everybody's quiet still, right? Like,
it's the what they call that? It's their upbringing. It's their style.
Yes.
Get the game back. Get the game on, man. Get the game back on.
Oh, this is a good one right now.
What's the
Celtics
score?
losing, I think.
Yeah, it's close. It's like 5 points. I just looked at it. Putting it on right now.
114, 109. Shit is over.
No.
Celtics suck.
No.
Matter of fact, let me get another picture, y'all, real quick. Just stand
I
up.
felt like that with the Lakers. I'm like,
Backdrop.
how y'all lose the first game like that? But then I felt more better.
Drink on too, you heard? We working, man. While y'all jerking, we working. We never jerk work. You heard? It's on.
Let me get one more picture, y'all. Just stand up by the
This is
backdrop.
an extra
James is
small.
right here rocking this joint. That's an extra small over there. I got extra smalls too. You heard? The
Extra
mediums.
small, nigga. That should belong in children's place. Fucking salad.
Yeah.
That's for baby Capri, bro.
He said, yo, that's for Capri. That's a fact.
The fish.
Yeah, you gotta make sure.
1, 2, 3. One more. Let's see. Back up a little bit. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, one more.
Yeah.
Hold these joints up.
BBC. Strap season.
Yes, sir. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
You gotta put these shits in a frame now. This one, you almost marked it up.
I lost one at the Matias fight.
Yeah,
I
how?
had this shit on my arm right here, and when the nigga dropped the nigga, everybody, oh yeah,
She just flew.
shit
And I'd have been like,